lot of people, and 50 ain't do half. Like 50 literally looked out for my dad more than people that my dad gave millions.
This situation between Young Buck, Big Meech, and 50 Cent? It's about to get real messy, and we've got all the shocking details. When you think of these names, you probably picture all the luxury, the wild parties, and that insane amount of money they had. These three men lived a life that many can only dream of, but with all that fame and fortune came some serious drama. And right now, there's a whirlwind of allegations, betrayals, and secrets that could change everything you thought you knew about them. Stick with me because what you're about to hear may leave your jaw on the floor. This whole saga is like a script straight out of a movie. You've got snitching rumors, betrayal, and all kinds of shady business, and it all ties back to the streets and a whole lot of money. Let's rewind to the early days, when Big Meech and Young Buck were riding high, living life like it was a party that would never end. If you look back, these two were living the BMF lifestyle to the fullest. Fast cars, massive stacks of cash, and nights that turned into wild parties. We're talking about the kind of parties that only a few people have ever seen. These were the days when everything seemed possible. They were living like rock stars, and nothing could bring them down. Even Tony Yayo, who was always by 50 Cent's side, spoke about those times, and he said they were chaotic. But that was just the way they rolled. Big Meech and Young Buck were all about living large. And of course, with that lifestyle came the spending. Young Buck got caught up in that high spending mentality, blowing money like there was no tomorrow. But we all know how that kind of life eventually catches up with you. The truth is, it didn't take long for Young Buck to start spiraling. All that fast living caught up with him. He was burning through cash and taking wild risks to keep up with the lifestyle. But that didn't stop him from flaunting the money and the connections. But as quickly as it started, it all came crashing down. Young Buck's financial downfall was inevitable. We saw him fall from grace, and when the money ran out, so did 50 Cent's patience. 50 wasn't just about the music or the money anymore. He cut ties with Buck, and while part of it was business, part of it had to do with more personal issues. Let's not forget the rumors about Young Buck and his relationships with transgender women. Those rumors didn't help, and they definitely didn't do anything to protect his reputation. But here's where things get even more interesting. When Big Meech went away and the snitching rumors started, Young Buck, the one who was supposedly so close to Meech, didn't say a word. And that's what raises eyebrows. When your so-called brother gets accused of something as big as snitching, wouldn't you step up to defend them? But Buck stayed quiet, and that silence spoke volumes. It was like he knew something. Maybe he was trying to avoid the truth that might come out about him too. Now let's talk about the snitching allegations. When Big Meech got released early, it was a big deal. People were wondering why, and some started to think the rumors about Meech cooperating with the feds might be true. Instead of keeping a low profile, Meech linked up with Rick Ross, 50 Cent's longtime rival. That move right there had the streets talking. Why would Meech, who was just released, suddenly align himself with someone like Ross, especially with everything that was being said about him? It wasn't just a random decision. People didn't like it. 50 Cent wasn't about to let it slide, and the drama started to escalate. 50 hinted that he was working on a documentary that could expose everything, a documentary that could destroy Big Meech's reputation for good. That wasn't just a threat, it was a promise. And when 50 says something like that, you know it's going to be something major. The thing is, the documentary could bring all the dirty laundry out into the public. And if you thought things were bad already, wait until you hear about Tammy Cowens. She's a key player in this whole thing, and her involvement could be the tipping point for everything. Tammy Cowens is a name that many of you might not be familiar with, but she's connected to some serious allegations. She's a known government informant, and her ties to Big Meech are more complicated than you might think. The rumors surrounding her and Meech are wild. According to sources, Tammy helped Big Meech secure a reduced sentence by cooperating with the feds. She was allegedly working with a DEA agent, Keith Cromer, in a romantic capacity, which made things even messier. People were speculating that she was more than just an informant for hire. She had a personal relationship with the agent and was helping to broker deals on the side. That's a whole other level of betrayal. She wasn't just passing information, she was actively involved in making deals go through, but it doesn't stop there. Tammy's role doesn't just end with her affair with Cromer. It's alleged that she was used as a third-party informant to snitch on Cuffy Gatling, another figure involved in all this drama. According to Cuffy, Meech used Tammy as the middleman to set him up. Cuffy claims that Meech knew exactly what was going on. And if that's true, it's an incredible betrayal, one that could completely change the way we look at Big Meech. If Cuffy's claims hold any weight, this is the kind of betrayal that can't be swept under the rug. Cuffy claims that Big Meech used Tammy to help him secure a reduced sentence, and that was only the beginning. Cuffy says that Meech set him up, and it all went down when Meech arranged for him to grab a large amount of drugs. As soon as the deal was completed, the feds swooped in and arrested him. But it doesn't end there. Cuffy had helped Meech out in the past, giving him $1 million to pay the ransom for JBO, another figure in their circle. Meech had to pay for Jabos' release after he was kidnapped. So Cuffy was involved in helping Meech during some of his most dangerous moments. But despite all that, Meech allegedly turned his back on Cuffy when it mattered most. That's betrayal on a whole new level. And when Big Meech finally addressed the snitching allegations, his response was clear: "I never folded. Never told. Never will." He denied everything. But 50 Cent wasn't buying it. 50 came out swinging, calling Meech out on social media and exposing him further. When 50 Cent gets involved, you can bet he's going to make sure everything comes to light. And right now, Big Meech is being dragged through the mud, and there's no way out. It's not just his reputation on the line, it's his son's too. Lil Meech has been caught up in some of his father's actions, and it's not looking good. 50 Cent took Lil Meech under his wing when Big Meech was locked up. He helped him get his acting career off the ground and even paid for his lessons. But that relationship has started to crumble too. 50 Cent has always been there for Lil Meech, but now Big Meech seems to be trying to sabotage his son's progress. He's been putting his son in situations that have only caused trouble. Remember when Lil Meech got arrested for stealing a $250,000 watch? Or when he was caught at the airport with a concealed weapon? That's a far cry from the promising career 50 Cent was helping him build. And when 50 Cent started to get frustrated, he threatened to end the BMF series, which could have meant the end of Lil Meech's acting career and, more importantly, his paycheck. But things don't stop there. Lil Meech has been living a high-rolling lifestyle, spending money like it's going out of style. He's hanging out with big names, dropping stacks in strip clubs, and buying $10,000 jeans. That's a lot of money, and without the BMF paycheck, it's going to hurt. If that show ends, he's going to have to find a way to maintain that lifestyle, and that's going to be tough. It's clear that Lil Meech has been influenced by his father's actions, but will 50 Cent continue to bail him out? Or is this where it all falls apart? Now here's where young Buck comes back into the picture. You would think that after all the mess he's been through, he'd sit this one out. But no, Buck had to jump back into the drama. He posted a clip showing love to Big Meech and making it clear that someone needed to stop playing games. Everyone knew exactly who he was talking about, 50 Cent. But you know 50 wasn't going to let that slide. He went straight for the jugular, bringing up the old rumors about Buck's involvement with transgender women. 50 took no prisoners, and it seems like he's ready to take Buck down one more time. At this point, young Buck's reputation is in tatters, and now with Cuffy throwing him under the bus, it's hard to see how he can bounce back. This whole situation keeps getting messy, and with 50 Cent holding the receipts, it looks like things are about to explode. But that's what 50 Cent does best. He's been tearing down enemies for years, and right now, Big Meech, young Buck, and anyone else involved are in serious danger. The drama is just getting started, and who knows what's going to come next. But one thing's for sure, this whole situation isn't going to end quietly. The truth is about to come out, and it's going to leave everyone shocked. So what do you think? Was Big Meech really a rat? Why is young Buck still riding so hard for him despite everything that's being said? And most importantly, do you think 50 Cent is going to drop that documentary and expose everyone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. You've got to see what's coming. Believe me, it's going to be wild.